Pole position, John McCormick, Graham McRae alongside him in the black McRae GM2. And there's the flag, flagged off by five-time world champion. And look at that as the cars snake away from the grid. And it's McRae who grabs the lead, and coming up quickly on the inside there was John Davis, who slotted himself up into third spot behind McCormick. Somebody else diving in hard there on the inside was Vern Chupin, trying to make his way through. And coming up very tight there was Terry Hook, who locked a brake as they went through Holden Corner. Sorting themselves out a little bit now. It's McRae, the leader, from the Leyland powered car of John McCormick in second spot. But it's McRae, the New Zealander, scooting away from the rest of the field at something like 170 miles an hour as they fly up over the top at Rothmans and down through the S's. John Davison
going very, very hard, making every poster winner there.
And then Kevin Bartlett coming through in the little Brabham, the very low-profile car as they sweep through. That's Davison in the bright yellow car, number 24. He's in third position. In fourth position is Chupin in the Elfin. Following him then was Kevin Bartlett as they scream away. One lap of their 49-lap race gone in this Rothmans Golden Anniversary Grand Prix. McRae already well in the lead at Repco Corner. He comes out onto the straight now, followed by the white car of McCormick. Then the bright yellow car is Davison.
But Jas Talbot left the track there out of Shell Corner. Very lucky not to have come to grief against the Armco. Must have had a big long sideways slide and enabled him to wash off the speed before he hit the grass.
Great battle going on there between Davison in the bright yellow car number 24, and right behind him the Elfin driven by Vern Chupin, who of course is doing so well overseas in America at the moment.
Costanzo entering the pits. That's bad luck for Alfie Costanzo in Kevin Bartlett's second car, the Lola. Bartlett again didn't quite manage to get in the slipstream far enough on Chupin's Elfin. If he can get into it and halfway up the straight pull out, he gets a big fire out of that slipstream, which generally will enable him to pass. Very twitchy, as Adrian pointed out, the handling of the Brabham, but by the same token, it is a very controllable car. He knows exactly what it's doing at all times. The narrow track of the Brabham makes it a little bit more twitchy, but by the same token enables it to go so much faster around the corners.
Great shot there from Repco Corner, showing the size of those big, wide steamroller tyres that they're using on these Formula 5000 cars. Kevin Bartlett in the Brabham, car number 3, followed by 19, Alan Hamilton in the Lola, car just completely rebuilt in Alan Hamilton's workshops only during last week. There's the yellow car of McCormick coming up to lap one of our tail enders. Peter Edwards, I think it was, as they came through. Car number 4 there is Gary Dumbrell. Down through the S's, and behind him, and McCormick is in the pits. McCormick is in the pits. Kerry Luckins is down there. We hope that Kerry will be able to bring us some information on exactly what is happening at the moment.
Still the battle goes on between Hamilton and Bartlett. Bartlett driving like fury in probably a slightly lesser powered car than Hamilton has. He's got to rely on the lighter weight of the car, the late braking as he employed there, and tossing it around as only Bartlett knows how. Rushes down into Holden Corner. Hamilton slides under another car. Just can't quite see it. Look at that smoke out of Bartlett's car, though. It doesn't look terribly healthy. I think it's probably all over for the former twice Australian champion.
Graham McRae, certainly on his winning way at the moment, sweeps down towards the Dunlop Bridge section of the circuit and out onto the main straight once more. Accelerating away past the grandstand on the left-hand side of your screen, and then braking hard for the left-hand corner at Repco, down past the pits. And as Paul Harrington indicated, he's slowed down now to 1 minute 3.4 seconds from the fastest time of 1 minute 1.7. And Paul Harrington may be able to fill us in on just exactly how many laps have been completed at the moment.
Well, this stage, Adrian, we're just on our 13th lap, and the leader's margin is up to 15.4 seconds. He's pulling away very easily, lapping in 62.2 seconds.
And there's car number 40, Jas Talbot, coming slowly into the pits. So it looks as though he's run into some problems, and Terry Hook's car is also in the pits. I was wondering where Terry was, because he was fairly consistent in practice, and early in the piece looked as though he may have been up fairly close to the leaders. But a very ominous portent for Chas Talbot. Once a driver gets out of the car during a race of this length, even though it's a 49-lap race, once you're out, that's pretty well it, because even losing a lap or two is just too much. Kevin Bartlett, we understand, is in the pits, as Graham McRae goes on his winning way, and we welcome to our commentary point Bob Morrow.
Well, there he is, doing it beautifully well. There's car number 3 that's in the pit, Kevin Bartlett, who we saw charging along there, trying to catch and pass Hamilton. And there's the mechanics working feverishly on the engine. And there's Gary Dumbrell off the circuit, off at Repco by the look of it, and onto the grass. Has lost it there at Repco and come to a stop. And there's Hamilton, a little twitchy there as he slides it through the S's and lost contact with Shupin.
Fair while since Alan Hamilton's been behind the wheel of his Lola Formula 5000, and it hasn't taken him very long at all to regain the old form. He's put in a lot of good performances in the Lola, but sometime, as I said, since we've seen him out there, and there he is reproducing all of the old form that won him the Australian Sports Car Championship and kept him up in major placings in 5000 racing. He'll be right in the slipstream of Vern Shupin's Elfin very, very shortly. Look around Holden Corner, close in on the tail of the Elfin, and then pull the same slipstream trick that got him past Kevin Bartlett earlier.
And there they go up the back, screwing these motors up to 7.5, perhaps 8,000 revs. They push it right up the back straight, very bumpy there. And there's McRae off by the look of it. McRae off the track, right down at Dandenong Road by the look of it. Yes, right down the Dandenong Road S's. Off the track under the causeway. That'd be interesting to see just how much time he lost there.
Wouldn't have been a great deal of time, I think, because he wasn't so far off that he was jammed anywhere. But the interesting thing will be as to whether he's got any damage to the car.
And we have Davison at the length of the straight. So Davison's got McRae back in his sights now. And if there's one man that would love to win this Australian Grand Prix, it's John Davison. Not only does he get $3,000 for winning it, but he gets the Lex Davison Trophy. His father, of course, winning the Australian Grand Prix 3 times. And John Davison, talking to him before in the pits, said he believed it was a very tough race, had no problems at all during practice. 3 practice times, he did identical times, 1 minute 2.3 seconds, and was really looking